Hello, Beard Wizard family, the Warning Army music fans, everybody who comes to this channel. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry I have been away for a few days and have not done any streams. The whole house got really sick over the weekend, and it hit me about Sunday afternoon or so, and I'm finally starting to feel like I'm on the upswing and can get through a stream without a coughing fit or a sneezing fit. We'll see. It's a live show, so I'm hoping that that I can maintain at least for the remainder of this. We are doing a reaction today because this isn't a traditional music video or live recording. I don't know how good the audio is going to be. I don't know what it's going to be like, and so I decided I'd make this in more of a reaction format rather than my live review format, because I still want to see it, I still want to listen to it, but I just want to see how it is before I call it a review. So we're going to call it a reaction. But before we jump into that, before we jump into anything else, make sure you click on that red subscribe button and join the Beard Wizard family. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. We are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And so every click helps, every share helps, every comment, good or bad, honestly. Your positive and your negative comments help the algorithm. It helps push the videos up. It helps more people see them, so I really appreciate that. Also, check out the merch store. Check out the beardstruggle.com. I'm actually wearing their hat right now, and I just ordered more product today. I actually use the product that the Beard Struggle carries for this magnificent wizard beard. It's the only reason I endorse it is because I use it and I like it. So you could check that out as well. Now, before we jump into that, the Warning Army, we need to have a little bit of a frank conversation real quick. Last couple of videos I've done, I've gotten a great number of positive and encouraging and informative comments and responses, and thank you. I really appreciate that. I've had a couple of people that have been jerks, and all I'm going to say is your negative comments help the videos. They do help push the videos up in the algorithm, good or bad. Comments are good. But I'm just going to let you know right now, if you come in there and you insult me or you insult other people, if you call someone stupid, if you start being a total jerk, you're going to get one warning. The warning, you're going to get one, and then you're going to be gone. I'm just not going to tolerate that here. So if you want to come into the comments, I appreciate your constructive feedback. I appreciate your information when you guys correct me with things that I didn't know. I really do appreciate that. I'm just not going to tolerate people being outright rude or mean. So if you're bringing that kind of energy to the channel, don't bother. I don't want it here. If you want to share more information, if you want to share links and clips, and if you want to make corrections, fantastic, awesome. Love that stuff. Don't come here name calling. Don't come here being mean to people. Don't come here being rude. It's not going to be tolerated. All right, so we're going to take a look at this. This is the Warning from the Trio Tour in Argentina. It looks like they are doing a cover in 2019, a cover. Shocking. The Warning did a live cover in 2019. I thought they weren't doing covers after 2018. Anyway, they're doing a cover with Eruca Sativa of Nirvana's Breed. So we're going to listen to this, pause as necessary, talk about this. This, again, is a live reaction. I have not watched this before. I don't know what we're going to see. And I'll tell you my thoughts, especially as someone who grew up during Nirvana's rise. I was in high school when Nirvana came out, so I'm well familiar with this music and its impact on that generation of music. So here we go. This is a cover of Nirvana's Breed from The Warning and Eruca Sativa. Cheers.
Bueno, vamos a hacer este tema que lo ensayamos por internet.
I wonder if there's subtitles, actually. I want to know. Oh, there's not. Subtitles are not available. Blue. Well, we'll just have to do our best to get the to get the hint. And actually, thank you, Terry. I should write them down. I should take a look at Aruka. I always like finding. It's one of the reasons I love doing this show, is because I wind up finding bands I've never heard of because they either don't blow up or they're not as popular here or they're not on the radio. And doing this show, doing these reviews, always causes my YouTube algorithm to start pushing these indie bands and stuff up, and I start seeing this stuff, and it's really cool. I really like that. All right, back to it.
Yo re lindo por vía Skype.
Pardon me.
Yo quiero que le demos otro aplauso de Warning porque son increíbles. Creo que se van con 200 kilos de alfajores en los bolsos porque les mataron los alfajores, ¿no es cierto? Los alfajores les gustaron mucho, el mate no les gustó mucho. No gustó, no gustó.
Those are ladies.
Bueno, vieron que es una costumbre medio rara. Partir bombillas con alguien que no conocen. Además, no sé si se van a dar cuenta que Pauli se bajó de la bata, o sea, iba a cantar acá adelante como nunca. Esto es único,
Getting them hooked up. That poor stage guy. So I've been to a lot of live shows, and bands do this sometimes. They change things up. They decide to do something spontaneous. They call people up on stage. They change up the set, and these stage guys, these managers, these roadies, and all the people that put these productions together, suddenly have to run around and completely change. Either in this case they're having to plug extra instruments in to the monitors and into the sound system and make sure all the cabling, if there is any, is taped down. You can't just go up on a stage and just start throwing cables everywhere. You got to make sure it's safe. And usually they do this, like if you've ever been to a live show and you show up early or you're there between bands, the setup time, depending on the band, is a lot. Now, this is a smaller stage, a smaller venue, so the setup's not going to be as much, but still, they're throwing this guy for a loop, and now he's got to run around and get this kind of thing set. And these guys work really hard, and I know their bands really appreciate them, because without these guys, without the guy that's running around taping the cables down, these bands aren't doing what they're doing. You see them doing it themselves, carrying their own crap into a bar. Without these guys, they can't do this kind of stuff. These guys work really hard. It's great.
Ahí estamos.
Here we go.
Vamos las pibas con todo, ¿eh?
That crowd. Yeah, and this one of the reasons I didn't want to do a review of this, because I wasn't sure what we were going to get with the audio. A lot of times recordings like this is either done on somebody's cell phone, or maybe it's done on a digital SLR that the band or a friend of theirs is running around with, taking recordings with not a very good mic that's not hooked up to the sound system. So it's only recording the audio from basically the whole venue, and it's getting all of the bad, everything that's bad about live show audio is exponentially exaggerated when you record. That's why it drives me nuts. I was at a show recently. We were at Disturbed, and there were so many people recording on their cell phone, and I'm like, watch the show watch it with your eyes. We paid, I don't even know, we paid $60 or something to sit in the seats to watch, Disturbed. You pay that kind of money and you're watching it on your cell phone for a recording that's going to be garbage. It's going to be garbage. The video, because of all the lights, looks like crap, and the audio is going to sound like garbage. And so enjoy the show. That's what you're there for. So I wasn't sure what we were going to get. You never know with these kind of live recordings at small venues. You don't know if the audio is going to be very good or not. They're definitely having a lot of fun, which is great. Nirvana is not a band I was huge into, actually. Even though I was in high school when Nirvana came out, I was such a metalhead that grunge just didn't do anything for me. So when Nirvana came out, I kind of appreciated how unique they were, but it never really was something that I was that huge into. You just heard it all the time on the radio in their mid 90s. It was just everywhere for so long. I've seen that, Terry. And the only thing, like, I've taken pictures at concerts and stuff before. I've never actually recorded video. And it's not as bad when it's somebody just recording one song or a clip of a song or something. And I agree, Pow is so full of energy. You could, like I said, you could tell they're having a lot of fun. I guess this was like on the last concert of this tour, so it was kind of their send off, the last song in the last show of this tour. So they wanted to just kind of do something fun and silly, and I think that's awesome. I love when shows do that. I love when bands do that, when they just do something spontaneous. With the recording thing, Terry says, when I saw them, I recorded one song and put my phone away. That's not so bad. I've been to shows where people like try to record the whole thing on their phone, and the best I could say is, A, what are you doing not enjoying the show when you're recording the whole thing on your phone? But also the people around you. I don't know if you've ever watched TV or watched a movie with closed caption or subtitles on. Do you know how that's so distracting? Like my mother-in-law and father-in-law, when we used to go to their house, they would watch basketball. And because they were harder of hearing because they were getting old, they would have the closed captions on. And even my wife would talk about this. You don't even, all you do is stare at the words moving across the screen, and you're not even paying attention to what's going on. And that's kind of what it's like when you're in a crowd at a show, and people are holding up their cell phone, and you're trying to look around the cell phone, but your eyes are constantly being drawn to that little bitty screen, and it's so distracting. Drives me nuts. Oregon LT3, I still hate Nirvana for killing the party that was the 80s. Okay, the 80s killed the 80s, but human nature. But, I'm going to give credit to the metal bands that came on in the mid to late 80s and lasted through the 90s, honestly. For that, grunge did not kill 80s, and really the 80s didn't kill the 80s. It was those metal bands that really became popular 84, 85, and lasted into the 90s and 2000s because it changed from the bubblegum pop and the hair metal into what we got in the 2000s and then progressed from there. I don't think Nirvana did that. I do think it had a lot to do with how music sounds in the 90s. But yeah, I don't think they did too much to the '80s. Honestly, they were too late for that. Terry says there's a song when Danny sang with them recently, but I can't recall what it is. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to. We may have to look into more of this. They're definitely having fun. I still remember that time, Terry, when MTV played music videos. Is that, is that Danny playing? It is. Nice little guitar solo out of Danny there. Terry, the days when MTV played music videos. Yeah, I actually, and yeah, that you said that. I was there. I remember when I was in, I can't remember which grade. We were in Texas when MTV premiered, and I remember the first music video on MTV. I also remember the last music video on MTV, at least regularly scheduled. MTV for a long time moved their music videos to like the middle of the night. Um, when all the reality shows that they had became really popular, and that was all of their daytime programming, and then they would have these super late night broadcasts of music videos. Yeah, it was a weird time for music. But I remember the first time I saw Metallica's One on MTV, and it was the first music video that was that cinematic, that was like watching a movie with music. It was MTV absolutely changed my generation when it came to the way we viewed music. It was unbelievable. And then yeah, YouTube is actually YouTube has done a lot of good when it comes to filling that void that MTV left behind for reality shows. YouTube has kind of brought that back. Freaking awesome. Oh, that's great. Look at that crowd. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Welcome, Don. Pardon me. So it was very cool. So it was being recorded on like some sort of handheld, probably digital SLR. That's why the audio quality is just not going to be that good, because it's working off a boom or a shotgun mic, and it's not picking up. It's not tied into the actual audio. Oregon said YouTube killed the MTV Video Star. You know what? The MTV Video Star was killed before YouTube was even a thing. Unfortunately, the Real World and all of that crap killed the MTV Video Star. When MTV realized that they were going to make more money showing reality shows than they did showing music videos. That's what killed it. And VH1, which came out later, tried to sort of bring that back, but even VH1 fell prey to the money sink that is reality TV. And I think YouTube has made a revival of music videos, because there were many years where music videos just weren't a thing. You know, you would hear about new music releases, you would hear about new album releases, but nobody talked about music videos for a long time. And then YouTube came along, and suddenly bands, even indie bands, even small bands who aren't signed to labels. I review music videos from bands that have just a few hundred followers on YouTube, that are doing it all on their own, and they're making music videos. That's YouTube has, as much as people want to hate on YouTube for all the things they do, YouTube has done a huge benefit to music, to artists, to be able to put out music videos again and drive people to listen to music. So I'm pretty happy for that. Oregon, they also did a little brutal together. Yeah, Don Music. Yep, reality killed me. MTV's. Yeah, exactly. How you doing, Josh? Welcome, Larry. Love the brutal one. Pound it unleashed. Yeah, in the case YouTube is why the warning exists. So I love YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Without YouTube, without social media, the warning wouldn't have gone viral. They probably would have. I mean, they're very talented. They probably still would have eventually been signed and done tours and everything else, but we would just now be hearing about them instead of having been listening to their music for the last who knows how long, you know. But yeah, YouTube has, I've got 400 now reviews of music that's all from YouTube. Music videos that wouldn't exist without YouTube, most likely. So it's been a great benefit, at least for music. Thank you guys so much for being here. That was fun. Like I said, the audio wasn't great. That's why I didn't want to review it. I figured that we were going to be looking at sort of a low quality recording of a live show, which is what it is. We got to see the band having a lot of fun. It was cool to see them do a cover after I was told they weren't going to be doing any more covers. I'm sure people will tell me that this doesn't count either. Whatever, it's fine. If you want to come into the comments, like I said before, just be cool. That's all I ask. If you guys want to criticize, that's fine. Just be cool. If you ain't cool, I'll let you know and you'll be gone. Thank you guys, everybody else who's here. Peter Williams, thank you for dropping in. Sick Cad, we used to discover new bands from the radio. Yeah, I'm saying sick for I'm also saying sick first. Yeah, I'm getting over being sick. So thank you guys. I really appreciate every one of you for stopping in. I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love.